What's going on, guys? So I am out here at the 2025 Forest River Dealer Open House event, and in front of me you are looking at something pretty dang crazy. This is essentially the show where they bring dealers in to look at the 2026 model lineup, and I know people like to look at these small units to see if they're fully loaded. I have not been inside of this thing yet, but the folks over at Salem typically do some pretty cool stuff. So we're going to take a look at this super compact Forest River Salem FSX. Hang tight, I'll be right back. So starting with the numbers, this is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating of 3,885 pounds, which means this is going to be towable by a lot of different types of vehicles. Just make sure you do have the tow capacity and the hitch weight payload capacity to be able to handle the amount of weight that will transfer to the back of your vehicle, which will probably be around 450 pounds-ish whenever it's fully loaded with propane batteries and everything else. Has 1,377 pounds worth of cargo capacity. So I think in most cases, people aren't going to load it up with anywhere near that, which means you might actually be closer to maybe 3,000 pounds worth of total weight when everything is said and done. A dry weight of 2,491 pounds, and it's only 16 feet long tip to tip, which means the body is probably about 14 feet long, or maybe even a little less than that, 13 and a half feet long. So this thing is super, super tiny and compact. Taking a look up front here, you have a spot for 2 batteries, which is really nice. You traditionally don't see that. 20-pound propane can, manual front tongue jack. This is one of the areas that you can quickly upgrade to like a power front tongue jack, and it's a really satisfying upgrade. It's interesting, they have 2 sewer connections here. I don't know why they couldn't have plumbed them together, but you do have 2 sewer connections, so it's best to get the hose that kind of meets in the middle and runs out. One's going to be for your black tank, one's going to be for your gray tank. And this one might actually have a gray tank handle on it as well. Depends on where the bathroom is in this unit. It does have Tamarack ST radial trailer tires, something worth upgrading soon. Standard leaf sprung suspension. Has a traditional water heater. So a lot of folks have moved to only on-demand water heater, and I'm looking at some of these other units, they also have a traditional water heater. So it looks like the Salem line is sticking with tradition. So a lot of people prefer the traditional water heater. This is a stick and tin unit, but it has this really nice low profile aluminum siding over the wood frame, which is nice. All right, coming around back real quick, just checking for LED lights. It does have LED lights. It's prepped with the Lippert on-the-go ladder holder, and it is wired for a backup camera, which is nice. All right, let's hop inside of the Salem FSX 135 ICE. All right, so we have our steel steps right here, and we have the folks from eTrailer inside. Hey, what's going on? We got David, and we have Tyler. This thing is actually pretty dang spacious inside, isn't it?
It's nice. Yeah.
Wow, I'm kind of blown away. I was expecting something that felt a lot more cramped than this. I mean, this is kind of like a, you know, hey guys, let's go mountain biking this weekend. We all grab our bikes, we throw them in the back of the truck. We can hop inside of this thing. Now, the bed is the bed, it's a queen size bed, and then this turns into a little sleeping area as well. So someone's sleeping on the floor because they ain't sharing the bed with me. And yeah, you have enough space right here. So Tyler, you could sleep right here on the floor.
Perfect.
He's too tall, that's why, and David could sleep right here.
Behind that table.
You could try. Huge window though. I love this window. Campside, which means it's on the side that you walk in and out of the RV. I love that. Plus some really innovative storage up top. GE profile air conditioning unit in here. Has some nice storage up here. That's a really comfortable throw. Feel that thing.
Yeah.
My wife would love that. You have a cool piece of art already hanging on the wall. It looks like it's a backer for your TV, actually. So this is a faux TV to show you where your TV goes, because I see the cable and power connections behind it. Standard kind of cheap mattress that you get. But they put drawers under here, which is actually that was confusing. I thought those were drawers. Those are not drawers. So they're cabinets. But they open up to a large amount of storage underneath the bed. There might even be some more storage under here. Oh, this whole thing lifts up, so. Well, that's kind of cool. It's getting caught on the mattress though, but I imagine there's a good amount of space here. And then this lifts up as well, so you have more storage space here. You have a functional kitchen, a little 12-volt refrigerator. Then you have more cabinets. I do wish they would have put a drawer in here, some drawers. I do not like kitchens if they don't have drawers, and that's the only thing this thing's missing. Thermofoil countertop at this price point, this size, I don't really care, honestly. Undermount plastic sink, standard faucet, you could upgrade that. Got some storage up here. What it has is a lot of large storage areas. So you have a lot of large openings. What it lacks are dividers for those openings to really allow you to use them well. Like, I think they should have put some adjustable shelves right there. That would have been nice. But they're trying to hit a price point, and I get that. The key indication of that is the fact that there is no shower surround. This is a water impervious backer though, so water's not going to get into it. However, I think most people prefer to see a plastic surround in here for peace of mind and just to know that you're not going to get water into any areas of your walls. Standard foot flush toilet in here. What would have also been nice is that really cool toy hauler kind of cornered sink bowl right here, so you have a sink inside of this space. But this is a price point play, right? This is one of those units that some people will probably be able to get this probably around 10 grand. So you're getting a lot for the price. I know some people will probably comment and say it's not worth more than $4,000, but you're not going to find a trailer like this empty for that price. But they're putting your inverters, they're putting your all of your features that you need, your AC system, your plumbing, your electrical, all of that, windows, and it's not cheap to do all this stuff. But what's y'all's opinion on something like this? Could you see yourself owning something like this? I know with a larger family you couldn't, but
no. But if there was, it could fit a need for sure. Like you said, if there's a small trip you're going with some friends or just going up the road to the lake to camp for a couple days, I think this would be a great unit to have.
Towable by a lot of vehicles too. You could pull this behind your Tesla.
Yeah, I think it's a rent it for the weekend kind of trailer for me.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool though. Anyways, but drop a comment below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.